ready and completely unprepared.
No, we are totally prepared.
We're totally prepared?
Oh, yeah.
I'm completely unprepared.
Always. And we're on live. Thank you.
Good, good. How about you guys? Are you totally ready or completely unprepared?
Yeah. No, they're all eating their lunch, kicked back in their recliners, watching.
Good,
Hopefully.
Good. Well, Regina and I are here today, and my name is Sally.
And my name is Regina. And we're here to entertain you for the next hour with a lot of good things.
Yes.
And she just pulled out something else. It's beautiful.
Is so pretty.
Ooh.
We're going to talk about gathered collars and things like that today too. So, but I pulled out, this is a piece of Swiss hand loom that I can't even get anymore. I'm sure it came from Bear Threads from a million years ago, and they're not
absolutely gorgeous
anymore. They've retired. Their company's retired. But anyway, we're going to talk about that. And Regina has some darling things that her mom made.
I do. I really do.
And she's proud of that, and some things, cute things that she's made, and
some ideas for you for the spring and Easter. So we hope you're watching and tuned in.
That's right.
Hope and Jack, I hope you're watching.
Oh.
My little guys, they're out there.
Oh, that's fun. Are those Natalie's kids?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good.
Waiting for Miss Regina.
All
Before
right.
nap time.
Oh, is it before nap time?
Yeah.
We gotta hurry up so they'll go to sleep, right?
She's probably going, get on with it so I can put them down.
Hopefully we don't put them to sleep, right?
Yeah.
So we've been through 80-degree weather here in South Carolina, and now we're back in the 30s. And this morning was in the 30s.
Now we're back to cold again.
Yeah. And
this stupid groundhog saw himself.
This week coming up is we're supposed to have really cold nights.
Yeah.
But you know, all my animals are outdoor animals, and they all live through the 19-degree temperatures. And
well, that's a good thing.
So we'll make it through these 30-something.
That's right.
I cut up pieces of old wool that we had around here, and
oh, that's nice.
Put them in their beds.
They were snuggly.
They were all like curled up in that wool.
Yeah.
So wool clothes are wonderful in cold weather. They really do heat you up. I'm about to kick something over here.
So if you go to the, thrift stores or some places, look for old wool skirts and things if you have outside animals. You know, that's a good tip.
Yes, that's right.
They can go and keep their animals warm.
I know one of my daughters-in-law raises, I want to say English Spaniel. There's some kind of Spaniel, and they're hunting dogs, and I think they're English. But they're English. They're English. And when they were having puppies, then she would always ask me like for half-yard cuts to put in their little beds because keeps them really warm. And if you have cold feet, and not cold feet like I'm afraid to do something,
make you some little booty slippers out of some wool,
or go shopping and go in the hunting section.
That's right.
Because they have great wool socks. Oh. And you pat around in your house in those wool socks, and your feet are really toasty.
I just ordered and got 2 pair of wool socks for Kaylee because we're going to go skiing this next week. And she'll love that. Oh, they were so soft. I don't know what they're made of, what kind of wool, but they were so soft. I thought, everything I ever had wool was itchy, scratchy, but this is nice.
It's not.
And they say that keeps your feet dry and warm.
That's right. Even when it gets a little wet, it can be worked like a thermal kind of a thing.
Yeah. So
it's not like cotton, and
it gets wet and soppy.
Turns into ice cubes. So we had a truck delivery today. Did Chrissy give you those other fabrics?
She did. I got them all draped around back here.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
I made them pretty here.
Yeah.
Picked out some things to go with them. You can see.
So we now have a beautiful lavender linen that came in, and we have.
We'll show it to you up close in a few minutes.
We will. And then
they were gorgeous.
A linen plaid.
But this piece is really beautiful because it has light blue and dark blue.
I know, I haven't ever seen it like that.
It is so pretty.
So since it's Valentine's Day, happy Valentine.
Yeah, happy Valentine's.
Are we Valentine's or Valentine? Happy Valentine's Day or Valentine Day?
Well, do you have multiple Valentines?
Absolutely. Regina brought a special. Let's show them your special.
Show you my table topper I made this week.
This is really cute.
This was a little kit that I ordered off of Etsy. Here's the Simply Sweet Table Toppers, it's called. Shabby Fabrics. And it was so cute and so quick to make. I was so excited that I got it all done in time for Valentine's because I had it on my counter. And I had bought this round board, you know, the charcuterie board or whatever. It fits perfect right on the top just to put on the counter. So it was so pretty.
That's neat.
So I decided to bring it and share it and show it.
Yeah,
show you.
It's a perfect day for this.
Yeah.
Show and share. Share and show.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go
it was really easy.
Go to the overhead so you can see it on Instagram and YouTube. And we'll hold it up here for... No, not YouTube. For Facebook and YouTube. Instagram does not have an overhead camera, and
there's just a little bit of handwork along here, and so I did that. But all the rest of it is really super. Everything came cut out except the red dot, and she had a pattern in there for that and the fabric.
Oh, it came as a kit?
Yeah, it was a kit. So it was really fast. And so then you just put the red together, sew it, turn it, top stitch it. And then this cream color was already cut and ready to go down, and it was fusible.
Oh, so it already had
fusible on it and everything, and the hearts were already cut out and fusible. So you just start ironing everything together. And then I thought it was really strange. I might even
be able to do that.
Yeah, because you did the handwork last, because she said nobody's supposed to look at the back of your work, so it doesn't matter what it looks like.
Oh, well, let's look.
So there it is. It's all got
Let's look at the back.
A lot of little threads on the back.
That's so cute.
But it was fast and easy, and
so
2 hours.
It had batting, right? It had batting that came with it, or was that fusible something?
It's a fusible stuff.
And was that fused already on the back?
It came with it.
But were the scallops cut out already on the
I can't
polka dot?
No, I had to cut that out. She had a pattern for that. So, see.
Man. So the cream was already fused, cut out
and ready to fuse on.
The hearts were ready to fuse on, and then you had your handwork and the little red dots, the little red beads. That's adorable.
And it just was so fast and fun to do that I had something made for Valentine's.
Ariel saw this and she's like, "Oh, I would love to have a little bit bigger and put my lamp right in the center." So I'm going to try
to fix that for Ariel.
Look at you.
It'll
but
work out.
How sweet is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that everybody needed to see that today. So.
I think you're right.
There you go. Okay.
So I think you ought to show them also your mom's project.
Yes.
This is so cute, everybody.
My mother came over on a Sunday, and she was helping me cut out some patterns, and I was cleaning up as I was going in my sewing room, and I found this kit that I had ordered off of Etsy, and I'm all into the hand embroidery, so I thought, oh, that's so cute, I'll order that and do it. Well, I ordered it, and it was still sitting there because I hadn't gotten to it. And she was looking at it, and she said, oh, that would be fun to do. I said, well, here, you take it home and do it, and I'll get it done a lot faster. So she did. And these are the cutest Christmas ornaments. They were all...
Is that how you get all your stuff done? You just think it's you? Your mom's doing it?
Yeah, her mom's...
out to Mama. It's like anything else.
Come on, Mama.
Anything I got needs extra. But these little designs were all in a circle on one piece of fabric. And so you just embroidered them. And then you cut out the circle. And then you made the ornaments. And all this was in a kit. And they're just the cutest things. And when I got them back, I was so impressed with my mother's. I mean, I was absolutely just like, wow, the embroidery on them because it's so tiny.
It's very, very sweet.
It should be 91.
That's right.
April.
Tell them how old Mama is. Okay, we're going to go to the overhead and show.
And I need to go take embroidery lessons from Mama.
They're beautiful. Did you know she was that good of an embroiderer?
No, I did not. I mean, she did some a long time ago, but I never even really paid attention. And when I got them, I just was so excited. I was like, wow.
These are adorable.
They are. They're all different, and so it's a little kit on Etsy.
They come. You've got that kit right over there too.
Yeah,
they come. All of the designs are printed on one sheet.
It's like this. So, and they give you all the directions and all the thread and everything, the colors, and tell you what the stitches, what to do. And
I'm telling you what, this is.
And
this
she
is
did
adorable.
Bows.
What?
Yeah, deck the bows. And it's on Etsy. It's I just ordered it. So I mean, it didn't really give you any other information, but it was.
It gives you embroidery basics.
Yeah, and she just took it home and did it, and
that's so cute. And then Regena.
And then I put them together.
Assembled them.
Yeah.
Regena assembled them.
They sent all this stuff, and the batting that's in these was really strange because it was like little. Have you ever seen the ice that comes in those little tiny, like chunks, but they're tiny? You know, like Sonic has.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's what this batting stuff was like. It was those little pieces of that stuff, but it was in a bag, and so you just got out a handful and put in there. But they were. I just couldn't get over it, and it was firm. So soft.
But it's firm here.
Yeah. And it was the softest stuff I'd ever touched, and it was like...
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. 12
yeah.
ornaments. Every one different.
Yeah.
They're cute.
And they really are cute.
They're cute. Which one is your favorite?
Oh, probably this one.
That's pretty.
Yeah. This one or the Christmas tree. I like those.
So she likes...
This one... Yeah, they're just really... I just was so excited over them. I couldn't wait to get them all done.
Christmas
you like
lights.
The lights?
They're really cute.
And the little mitten.
Oh yeah, the
was
mitten.
Really cute
Anything
too.
with the little beads on it is adorable. The bouquet, little bouquet, it's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Way to go, Mom.
So that was a good
way
present
to go,
there.
Mom. This is wonderful.
Yeah, she did a good job.
Oh.
Diane Brett said that's so sweet of your mom. Amazing. At almost 91 years old.
It is, and guess what? I have some more kits at home that we're going to work on this next week.
But I know you couldn't believe that she got them done so quickly.
fast, and she got, because when she took it home, she said, "Oh, I've decided that if I do one a day, I'll have them done in 2 weeks." And I said, "Okay, well that's good, you know." Well, she did them in about a week. She had them done, so
wow.
She was all excited about it. And
hey, this is kind of cool. We have these envelopes, but I don't think ours have a dooflachi on them.
You didn't order the ones with that?
No.
Because that's where I put the name of my pattern.
What is that again?
Yeah, this dooflachi right here.
The dooflachi.
I love that.
Ours
because
are dooflachi free.
Yeah,
well,
dooflachi.
I make a label with my pattern name and stuff and put on that card.
We're make America healthy again. We're dooflachi free.
Well, you need it for your pattern name or whatever's
Actually,
in that envelope.
you're right about that.
Yeah.
You're right about that. That's great. Well, those are so cute.
Stuff, so that was
what you do.
That was
what do you have underneath that heart thing?
Under here. Oh, that's just the dress pattern.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then the other thing I worked on this week because I had to do this. I'm teaching this at my SAGA class, but this is a.
So tell them what SAGA is in case they don't know.
Okay, it's the Smocking Arts Guild of America, and the special program that we follow is the We Care program for the NICU. We sew things for the NICU babies, and this, you can look at it two ways. Sally and I said this is a bereavement bag that we give to them at the hospital, and it's for birth certificates, death certificates, bracelets,
footprints,
anything that they do for the baby. It goes in this envelope, and this is made out of fabric, and this is a Von Pierce design, but hers had smocking across the top, which is what it should be. But I decided it takes a lot longer, and there's a lot of ladies that doesn't smock, and they might want to be a part of it, but they don't know what to do. So I decided to show them how to do this without smocking, and it turned out really pretty, I thought. And so they can do it, and these are fast to make. And it's an envelope. I put a snap on it.
Now you have some kind of a firm interfacing in here.
It's a medium weight.
Okay.
Fusible.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice.
And this one I did too. I did the front and the back. This one I only did one piece.
Okay.
So you can see the difference. That one's a little bit firmer. But you just sew a piece of insertion across it and, and pipe it. And you want to, can we do these?
Oh, yeah.
We'll
go to the overhead here. Yes.
And so then you have it. You could also use this as a lingerie bag.
This pattern is very versatile.
It is very good. And you could use it for
when you're packing even jewelry and things like that if you want to make something for yourself.
You can put something that's really pretty. It can make a bridal gift.
Oh,
you can make it for a bridal gift.
Right.
You could do...
okay. She's going to hold it up
use
close
all kinds of things to do it.
Instagram. It's like
of course, I did it, because of the smocking on it.
The other one too.
It's put together different from the way I did it, and so my way makes it really fast and easy.
Right. So it's like just two pieces, right? Two whole pieces.
It is. But when you smock this, she cuts. I think this is separate. I couldn't follow the pattern. So anyway, this would be different, and then you would add your smocking in there, just like an insertion. Can
you zoom in some more?
Mm-hmm. We can.
We can show it up close.
Sure enough.
You can put a piece of insertion here. This is a piece that has little hearts and the Trinity rings and
crosses.
The crosses. I mean, not hearts, crosses. And I have a pink one. I ran blue floss through here.
You know what? I just noticed this. I didn't notice it earlier.
So it picks up the blue here for a boy.
Yeah, that's really sweet. Yeah.
Diane said, is there a link for that, or is it on the SAGA page?
It's on the SAGA website under We Care.
And
go to smocking.org.
Is WEE Care. And actually, you participate with hospitals all around the country, isn't that right?
Yeah, it's everybody. Every chapter, delivers to hospitals in their area. We deliver to hospitals in South Carolina and Georgia, and so they go. The National Smocking Group has a convention every year, and when we go, we always take items to them, and then they're distributed out through the U.S.
Right.
Anybody that needs anything just contacts them, and they send it to them. So.
But I know your group is very active with other We Care products too, like the...
Right, we make gowns, we make blankets,
right?
We make pacifier holders, we make bunting, little pouches, we make all kinds of things. Whatever they need, we ask the NICU.
Different NICUs, they have different needs, right?
Yeah,
and they do request them.
Definitely, because some hospitals have different NICU units,
Right.
Like some have the real critical care ones, and some have the not critical, and but they need different items for these babies.
We're in an area that has a lot of hospitals because we have a medical college in Augusta, which is right in our area, and so they have a lot of needs there.
They have a lot of needs there, and then just the university, whatever Piedmont it used to be or is now. They have a different type, which really surprises me. Their needs are different from the other hospitals because, unfortunately, they apparently get a lot of babies that are addicted to drugs. And those babies have different reactions than babies, that are just premature.
Right.
And so they need different type of blankets and things because they get really hot and all that. So we make all kind of different things for them.
Man.
So we were out of these pouches. So I'm going to teach this at the smocking meeting at the end of the month, and
so your local group, tell me when they meet. They meet once a month, and when is
the last Friday of the month?
The last Friday of the month.
And we used to meet the first Friday, but this year it seemed that those days fell on a lot of holidays, so we weren't going to be meeting. So we decided, okay, we'll just change it to the end of the month, last Friday of the month. So that's when we meet now, and we meet at the Aiken Public Library in South Carolina at 10 o'clock in the morning. So
is the for anybody that's local,
or anybody local that wants to come, or if you're traveling through, stop by.
There is your display still up?
It is. I have to take it down on the 28th.
Yeah. So they have a wonderful display Regena set up, and those are all things that you've made, aren't they?
They're all my things.
Yeah. But I think it's so neat because don't you have people reach out to your group because of the displays in the area?
Yeah. And we have people join our group because of displays. And we have also a display in Evans, Georgia, in Columbia County Library. And we have two big,
just on the other side of Augusta.
Yeah, it's very close. And we have two huge displays in there. And they get a lot of traffic through there. And so we've had lots of people, several ladies that's joined our group from seeing that. And so if you're in that area, you can go to that library and see what we've made.
Yeah.
That one was about all the other ladies in the group because we have two big cabinets, so they needed a lot of things for that. The one I did, I didn't need as much, so I just said, okay, and I live close.
You still have a lot because I saw them on the website.
I went there because I didn't think that case was that big when I first went, and I'd only seen it once and I'd forgotten it. And when I went, I was like, oh my goodness, I had to go back home and get more things. But of course, I have closet full, closets and tubs full of clothes, so I pulled them all out and went back up and finished doing it, but I thought it turned out really nice.
It's pretty.
So
it is.
It gives people ideas of what we do, So anyway, that was another project this week. And then I got to two dresses done. And I wanted to try different patterns from different companies. So this one is Little Lizard King. And the dress is called Sea Sultan. And it's on this little mannequin. And this is the picture of it. And we're still up there.
And this is a size 4, right?
This is a size 4. And I wanted to show to use, if you want to just have a little bit of liberty and you want to use it on something, this is a way to use it. It just made a little tie bow thing across the front, and the other is, this is a Fabric Finder's
broadcloth.
Broadcloth.
Cotton.
Yeah, cotton broadcloth.
It's pretty. The color is
and
so pretty.
It matched up really well.
It's cute. Wait, but this must be sewn down here too, right?
It is.
Yeah. It comes through here.
It comes and then you just tack it down, gather it up,
cute.
tack it.
And it's just from the shoulder seam.
Yeah.
So that's easy and quick.
And it doesn't take very much, you know.
And guess what?
Small
You only
piece.
have to. You don't have to fit it in like a collar. You just put it in the shoulder seam.
It's just the shoulder seam.
And this has those cool sleeves that are.
Yeah, these are like balloon sleeves, I call them, because they're self-lined and then they poof out when you pull it up to the shoulder.
So the lining is more narrow and it's shorter than the outside piece.
And you gather it, and then you gather it to the sleeve. And then when you gather both pieces up, it makes it full.
Yeah. Do you put the lining in separately? I mean, around the armhole, you do sew that in separately?
No, they go together.
Oh, they actually go together?
Yeah.
Are they that full at the top? Or really?
They're full.
I mean, even the lining is? Wow.
You have to
I'm going to
look up in there.
Let's see.
Catherine says she really enjoys Little Lizard King patterns.
Yeah, I do too.
That's cute. I mean, it's simple.
Yeah,
but it gives a real different look.
It does. And
can you see inside that sleeve? It's lined with the same. And honestly, you could, like if this was a sheer fabric, you could line it with something else, you know, and the sheer
and you can see it.
Yeah. So you can go a lot of directions.
You can do a lot of things with it.
That's just so cute. Love the sleeves.
So that one is Sea Sultan.
Sea Sultan. Yeah.
On their website, Little Lizard King, you can see in all different ways that people have sewn these.
Oh yeah,
and the colors and the styles and the seasons and everything. Well, there's a long sleeve version too.
And they're really, really cute. So I thought, okay, that was a new one I saw that had come out, and might need to sew it up.
I think these are those are like tucks that are sewn
like
together.
Tucks, yeah.
Oh, I like that.
You
I
tuck
like
it
it
up,
that
you
way.
fold it up 3 times.
All right,
I think it was.
Let's go. Let's do this. Let's go to the overhead for a second and lay it down here, so you can get up close and personal of this. This is really sweet.
Yeah, this little part at this end is tucked. You fold. It shows you the tuck lines. You fold it up and then sew it down.
So it's sewn. They're sewn like tucks in the back.
Tucks.
And then in the front, it just
down.
looks like a little. Oh, okay. Oh, it's sewn down to the dress right here. Ah, I like that. I like that.
It holds it so it doesn't come apart.
So you can see in the sleeve that the inside is not gathered to this. The outside sleeve is gathered to that inside tube. All right, I got to check the top of this. So, oh, actually, that inside tube isn't gathered much. So you you gather this to the inside tube and then sew both of those
to the
together.
whole
okay,
thing.
okay, I got you. Nothing like being nosy here.
No, that's perfectly fine. You got to see how it's done.
Okay, I like that. Well, I love the look because it stays poofy.
And that way other people can see.
And they don't have they don't have elastic around here, so it's not like cutting into the arm.
No, it's not going to hurt their arm.
It up there.
Yeah.
So this is really fun. I can't wait to show Kristen because Regina is going
I give it to June.
Give this to June.
June will have a new dress.
Baby June. Baby June.
Yeah, she's not a baby anymore. It's like, wow, what happened to baby June?
You have to watch Kristen's reels on my4flowers.com because when she puts the reels with the girls on,
if you want to see
they're
something funny,
so funny.
Yes. And June is very funny.
She's got a lot of personality.
About this.
Yeah.
I was going before you put it back.
Yep. All right.
While I was making this, I had the bodice all finished, and so, you know, I always think ahead, and it's like, okay, you just gather the skirt, put the placket in it, put it on the bodice, and you're done. Well, I forgot in the meantime that this back was not supposed to have a placket in it, and it was not, you know, it was just, and you were supposed to sew this back up to like here, and then
so this doesn't even have to come down and have a placket. Oh, you made it harder on yourself.
Well, that's what I got for talking on the, you know, texting while I'm trying to sew. And when I got done texting and I looked at the back and I thought, what have I done? You know, I put a placket in the skirt. I had it all ready to go. Well, I thought I'm just going to pull it over to where it would be sewn up. And you don't have to sew it up. And you just put a snap on it. And you snap it closed. You bring it over to where it should be. You snap it closed and it still has a keyhole in the back with the thing. So it wasn't a lost thing. It was just a oops along the way, and
it's
it
perfectly
turned out perfectly
fine.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to like take it all apart and feel like you want to throw it in the trash can.
No, and I didn't. I was perfectly fine with it, you know. So.
And if whoever receives it, if they didn't know, they wouldn't know.
No, they're not going to know.
That's cute.
They'll put it on. They'll be going. You know, that kid's moving and running there.
That's cute. Is this a Liberty quilting cotton? This is a Liberty quilting cotton, or is it a Liberty?
No, it's Liberty.
Oh, okay.
It's a real Liberty, and it's on sale.
It is?
It's Meadow A.
It is.
Oh, Meadow A. I love that. Oh, yes. Look at that. You don't need much, do you?
You don't need much. I think it was, what, about a fourth?
Oh,
it wasn't quite 3/8 of a yard that you need for this. So it was really sweet, and I love this fabric. And I'll show you something else it goes with.
Oh, yeah.
As we're talking.
Okay.
Because we didn't have this one out here, but you see it does go with this as well.
That's
this
pretty.
new peach linen that she got in.
Looks like
I thought, oh, would this make the penny pattern so pretty with the
That's right, Penny. In fact,
make the dress out of this and put your
Oh no, we have Melissa over there. I don't think we have Penny. I think that's Melissa. Do we have Penny? Oh yeah, we do. We do.
Look, this dress would be beautiful for spring or Easter or summer, whatever you want it for out of these colors.
So would you do a linen dress with this as a border?
I would. And it's still, you don't need that much. You know, I mean, it doesn't take much to dress it up. But I thought it was so pretty when you came in.
Do we have a piece of that lavender linen in here?
Because I also brought this.
Where's that lavender?
The lavender's right here.
Oh, I wonder how that does with this. I think we have a whole bunch of matches. Oh my goodness, I do love that.
Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
I love it, love it, love it.
This just came in. Christy's putting it online right now.
These are my two favorites I picked out, and it was like, oh.
Love that. And this is beautiful with this.
Yeah. All
this
colors.
is the one you made it out of. That's why I like it.
That's why it's pretty.
Yeah.
But this fabric has so many colors that you can pull any out of it. But this linen is so pretty.
Yeah, that's nice.
So
we can go to the overhead and show some of these a little bit closer.
Look at that.
That's pretty. This is a beautiful lavender. Or she's calling it wisteria. We're gonna call it wisteria.
And this one's peach sherbet. Peach sherbet, right?
Or orange push-up.
Orange push-up, orange sherbet.
I know. I'm not sure exactly which way she's going, but it's gonna be food anyway.
I'm thinking I want my Tulum pants out of this.
Oh, that would be nice.
Ooh, wouldn't that be pretty?
That would be nice.
Yeah. And I think this is heavy enough that you wouldn't need a.
I don't think you would either. Because it's pretty.
And by the time
it's not
fluffy on you.
It's fine, but it's
still
tightly woven.
Yeah.
So you can't see through it. Yeah, that's cute.
So we had that, and we pulled this for a different reason than just going with this one. So we'll show you.
That's pretty. That's pretty.
Because we were going to feature today lilac.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, but let me show you this one too. This one goes so pretty with this.
That's pretty.
This is a really pretty one.
We might even have a pink, the right color.
And I was just walking down the aisle, and it jumped right out when I passed by. I was like, look, I have to pull this out.
So this just came on the truck. The lavender or wisteria.
She has so many pretty colors, but these are my favorite.
That's pretty.
This is
a Liberty quilting cotton.
But it's so pretty.
Yeah.
And you could do the penny with this as well.
Absolutely.
But these,
yeah.
We'll bring all of our light.
Billy said, would that linen be good for the tulle pants?
Yes.
That's what Regina wants to do with it too. Yeah.
Yes, it would be really pretty.
Here we go with, this is our lilac day.
This is the
lilac, lavender.
Yes.
Pretty, pretty, pretty. So, this Swiss trim came from Bare Threads. And, oh man, I've always loved it. It's a Swiss insertion on Nylona with little, I don't know, they're like an inch apart. Little lavender embroidered flowers. They're so cute. And, so I said, Regina, let's find something to put with this because I've been cutting the laces since we don't have our lace.
Sally was cutting lace. I was pulling fabric because it was like, oh, let me go find these. So let's go get it because this is beautiful. She was cutting this. And I'm like, oh, I absolutely love it. It's so delicate, but look at the colors and the different fabrics, types of fabrics.
It almost looks like it almost looks like a hand loom too, the way it's made.
This one is...
this is Garden Pin Dot by Michael Miller.
Okay, it's just a cotton pin dot. Yeah. Then we have a...
This is the dotted Swiss. And it's interesting because it's kind of sheer and bouncy. But it's... Oh, this is a pretty one. This is pretty.
It's not, when you see it, it's not exactly the same color, but it goes well because a friend of mine made a dress out of this and I absolutely loved it.
So you could put it on a white collar.
Oh yeah.
With this, could go across here, down
beautiful.
It would be really, really pretty.
Yeah. So
this dotted Swiss is gorgeous. I love this. See how
Dulce said that trim is beautiful.
It is. And once it's gone forever. Because I don't know any company that's making it right now. And then this is a Speckler Vogel stripe.
And look at it, yeah.
This color looks great with it too. I don't know how many yards we have left. Maybe, I don't know. This is my bag right here. Maybe 20, maybe 30 yards. And
okay, this
then
is
it's
almost
history.
A 3-yard piece that might go home with me.
Oh.
I cannot let this pass
up.
I mean,
it's
really beautiful.
It is beautiful, folks.
And I have to figure out who gets that dress.
So they used to have it in pink and in this lavender, and they used to carry it on English netting. Like
that would be
long
so
by the
pretty.
by the yard strips of English netting. Oh yeah, I loved it. I loved it.
I'm sure.
Susan's got a pattern question. She said, do Little Lizard King patterns fit true to size like Children's Corner?
They're probably roomier than Children's Corner.
I think they're roomier than Children's Corner. Children's Corner runs, to me, they run small.
Yeah.
And they run more fitted, I guess you could call it, or more narrow. And these are a little bit bigger. So I always go by bodice measurement. You know, measure around the middle, look on their pattern. It might say they wear a size 2 when you think they wear a 5. But go by what that pattern says, and then just add to the length. If you measure add to the length, because that's what I do. I don't.
Oh, with the Little Lizard King.
Yeah, or any of the PDF patterns, any pattern basically, and
you might want to add to the length anyway, because a lot of them are doing that vintage length, and they're like right below the butt.
Yeah, they're
and
short.
You're like,
that's what my mother put on me.
That's a little short.
Because she told my grandmother she bought me fancy underwear.
Oh, I wanted everybody to see your underwear.
And it didn't matter if my underwear showed. You know, so
that's why she likes petty pants today.
Yeah, that's why I wear them in case I fall down. I want them to be pretty.
And she got some pretty petty pants.
And I've made my falls, so they may not be over. It's like I want to be pretty.
You know what? They're always saying, you know, when you're old, you shouldn't have rugs in your house, and I'm like, oh. But every time these days that my toe like catches a rug, I'm like, oh, I kind of know what they're talking about.
Yeah, pick up the feet, because we don't seem to pick our feet up.
I know. What's the matter with me?
You know, you just drag along, and it's like, oops,
boom,
got to pick that foot up.
Boom. Yeah, no kidding.
And you know, the funniest thing is now when you're out and along the sidewalks, they have those things now that have little bumps on all over them. You know, if I'm
Are
sure
they like speed bumps?
Speed bumps for walkers, I guess. I don't know what they're for. But that will definitely throw you in the road. It's like, make sure you pick your feet up.
And don't walk along looking at your phone trying to read a map while you're walking.
Get to a corner, lean against a building, and be stable. It's like, because you could end up out in the street too.
I know.
You know? This is so pretty with a stripe.
You know, our wisteria will be blooming pretty soon, won't it? Outside our in our yard.
It would have been blooming already if this freeze hadn't come back. It's like,
this is beautiful.
There were lots of trees blooming. You know, like the red buds were out. Or I think that's what you call them, but they were all red, pretty flowered trees, and now they're all like dead.
Everybody needs to be in lavender this year.
Oh, the lavender's a spring thing.
That's pretty. One of my granddaughters asked me this week, and she said, "Gigi, my school is having a dance in May. Would you be able to make me a dress?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'd like to make you a dress. Do you have any ideas?" She said, "Well, I want it to be lilac. And I want those rows of things on the skirt." I said, "Are you talking about tiers?" "Yeah. And maybe under the tier, I want, you know, that fabric with holes in it?" I'm like, "Is it netting?" She said, "Yeah, netting." So
she was putting that dress all together.
Yeah, she was. And I said, "Okay, but you're going to have to start sending me pictures of things you like. Even if you don't like the whole dress, say, I like this sleeve. I don't like the color. I don't like the neck. Or I like this neck. I don't like anything else." Then we can kind of draw it out.
Yeah, you can put it together and figure it out. Yeah.
You can find some basic pattern and go from
together.
Yeah. But I saw on.
So now we're into lilac. So that's why we picked all these colors today.
We are. But I don't think I have the right fabric for her, because I think
she
saw
needs a real
dress.
Princey fabric.
Yeah, I think so. Like, kind of, I saw one on
You've had them in before,
Facebook.
but we don't have them now. So,
I know.
You know.
And it was real pretty. It has a border on it, but it's drapey, and I think it would be really pretty on her. So I'm going to have to...
She's got to go fabric searching.
Where the gypsies shop.
Yeah.
Because it needs to be a little fancier than what I have. I mean, I was looking, I saw a silk, and I'm like, I think it's too bouncy. But when I saw that one dress with like flowers
it's subtle, scattered, but it's like netting that's had flowers on it and a border, and it was just really pretty.
And I need to run this by our friend Stephanie Dabbs, who sews dresses for the little girls in competitions. She found an adult dress that was really beautiful, and
you might can do that too.
And I know, I thought that, and she cut it down, and that way she was able to use the border where she needed it, and it was really unique.
Yeah.
Man, it was pretty. So I need to find out where.
Yeah, because if you could find something she really liked, you just cut the skirt off and cut it down, and then redo it. Yeah.
Mary Lynn says, "Sounds like you have a little designer in the house."
I think so. Yeah. And she has a dress that I think her other grandma bought her last summer that's really pretty, and it looks almost like a Liberty fabric, and it has tiers on it. But I said, "Like that dress?" And she said, "I don't like the slit in the front." Isn't that funny? She doesn't like it's not too low cut, but she doesn't like that. And I'm like, well, we can change that.
Well, yeah, that's
easy.
That's not hard to do.
Yeah,
so.
that's easy.
Yeah.
So, anyway, don't forget,
the lilac.
This is beautiful. This is wonderful. And well, you're gonna take that. I'm gonna leave that out for you.
I'm gonna measure that out.
Okay.
that's gonna be mine until my dress.
Good.
So we'll figure it out. I'm just thinking of these two together. These fabrics are so pretty.
We should talk about your red dress.
Yeah,
next.
We could go into red.
Yeah, and then I'll talk about the collar.
Okay. This is another PDF pattern, this little dress. And this one is Caroline, my vintage little lady. It's a really cute.
Is that the same style that Connie made? And so Connie Palmer made it out of that cornflower blue eyelet. Did you ever make anything out of that? With a white collar. It's beautiful. Of course, we ran out, but
I saw it this morning and thought, oh, and I have this red one.
This is adorable. Are you kidding?
This is just cute. To me, it's cute. That one's beautiful. This one's cute.
Well,
that's pretty.
I love it.
I love the red and white. And I put a little black trim there. So
this is called a Leah trim. That's one of our little. I think it was French.
I had that at home to put on a boy's shirt, and then I saw this and was like, let's just use it on that.
I like that.
Yeah.
So talk about...
I love the sleeves. Okay. The sleeves on this are so
yeah,
cute.
This is a unique sleeve.
It is. You sew that to a point, and then you sew the band to a point, and then you flip it up and sew it to the sleeve. It's really different, and so you have to pay a lot of attention to it. But I thought it was really cute. I love the way it comes out.
I do too.
And I kept looking at it because she said no matter how you sewed them, they were going to go the same way. And I'm like, really now?
I don't think that's true, is it?
Well, that's what happened because I wasn't sure. And I just put them on and I was like, okay, this is going to the back. This is going to the back. And it came out that way. So,
well, good.
I was real
shocked.
I'm
pretty sure you could do it where it was backwards.
I'm sure you. I thought
bet
you
I could
too.
figure out how to do it backwards.
Well, I thought if anybody can do it, I'm
backwards.
doing it backwards. And it won't be coming out the same. But when I got them on there, it was like, yeah, they did.
Very, very sweet.
Jeanette and Catherine said, I love that collar. And Terry just bought the pattern.
Oh, good.
The collar's really cute on this.
Talk about the collar and how it goes through.
Well, it's 2 pieces and one.
Are they asymmetrical? They're asymmetrical, right? Where it's off to the side some.
Right.
It's not in the center. This doesn't open in the center. One side's bigger than the other.
No, this side's bigger.
Yeah.
The right side's bigger. And when I put this on here, you have to pay attention because this little piece right here is the first thing you make in the pattern. You know, when you read your directions, you start out, you make this tiny little piece right here. You lay it aside. I did. Okay. I got the collar all made, the collar put on, and I'm thinking, well, when do I put this little piece on? Well, I just kept following the directions. And I got the rest of the dress made. You put the skirt on, then you put the sleeves in, and I'm like, well, where does this piece go? I was getting really frustrated because I was like, okay, I don't know, but I'm going to figure it out because it was not anything written in those directions about that little piece. So I just took the little piece and put it on here, pulled one part through, pull this part through, and there you go, it's on there.
Oh, they never did write anything about it?
At the very last bottom of the page, after the dress is finished, there's a video you go watch to see how to put that on there.
Well, it seemed like they should put that information up there somewhere, like...
Couldn't you have put it up there whenever? And I hope that somebody's watching this because I'm not a beginner sewer.
Right.
But I follow the directions.
Yeah.
And I was very frustrated.
Yeah.
Because that part should have been right with when you made this.
Mm-hmm.
There should have been something in those directions. And if I misread it, then you can tell me. But it should have been there saying that at the end there will be a video on how to put this on here. And when they did it...
Can you pull those ends out or are they sewn in?
No, you can pull them out.
Yeah.
They sewed theirs in. I didn't sew mine in.
Yeah.
Because I was figuring out how to put them on there to start with.
Right.
But it was basically the exact same way I did it, except then they just sewed it. They took this piece and sewed it on the machine once it was around these 2 pieces, which I thought was very difficult to start with.
Oh, you're kidding.
And so I sewed mine together and then pulled the things through and pushed it up there.
But that's not attached to the dress?
Mm-mm.
Oh, man.
And so, I mean, I think they sewed it to the dress. I think they hand sewed it to the dress once it was done. But it was like, okay, why is this not telling this? And I even went on the Facebook page and said, I'm making this dress. Where in the directions does it tell me to put this thing on there? After I already had it on there. And somebody came back and said, at the very bottom of the page is a video you watch.
Oh.
It's like, okay. Well, I'm just telling you all that news. About it. I'm just telling you that as a tip because you'll get if you're like me, I was just fit to be tied by that point, but I just did it myself, but I just kept thinking, why have I not seen this? And I think I read through those directions 3 times and I still didn't find it. And then finally the lady said there was a video at the bottom and I just didn't see it because it was a different color on the bottom of the page.
Well, I like it. What's the back do? How do they do
the back?
It's
just a little back.
So it's got a placket and 2 buttons. Very cute.
Yep. Yeah, it's almost like, isn't it the Lee pattern?
It is like
Lee. It's the Lee pattern.
So the collar is the variation.
The collar is the variation.
And if you don't know, the Lee pattern is a children's corner pattern that we've used for generations, right?
Right. And so when I got done, I'm like, okay, this was an add-on.
Yeah. So I was telling Regina that I see people, they'll ask questions, and that kind of gives me an idea to do a tidbit on Thursday. I'm like, okay, if somebody's asking that question, then maybe other people want to know.
Right.
And so there was a very, very cute dress that could have been posted on your page. Regina is Come Sew With Me on Facebook,
Facebook and YouTube.
And YouTube. And she's coming along on Instagram.
Yeah, one day.
But anyway, there was a very, very darling little dress. I feel like it was maybe a high yoke and smocking. It was real simple, but pretty. And then it had a ruffle around the neck. A ruffle around the neck. And somebody said, is there a pattern for this? Well, I thought, oh, you don't really need a pattern. And so then I thought, well, we'll just do a Thursday tidbit on it. But then I started thinking, I'm like, okay, first of all, you have to teach somebody how to cut a bias strip. And then you have to talk about how you piece it,
right.
which we did 2 weeks ago. And then you're like, okay, then they don't have to cut a bias strip. If you want a gathered ruffle around the neck, it doesn't have to be cut on the bias. So then you want to talk about, should it be on the bias or it should be on the straight of the grain? So that's what we did Thursday. We talked about yesterday. And so that's when I did these little, I don't know where my little bias one is. I know it's here, right? Didn't I have it?
You dropped it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I thought, what fabric do I have that really does show? I'm going to need a stripe or a gingham or something. And so then I wanted to tell you that when things are cut on the bias, they fall really pretty. Don't you think they have a really pretty fall? And but for a gathered collar, you can be on the straight of the grain. So this one's cut on the straight of the grain.
I'll put it around.
Yeah.
Here's my collar.
Yeah. And then here's my collar. Here we go.
So
yeah, it's so cute.
Yeah.
Aww.
We're like little clowns.
Yeah. That's what we are, real clowns.
Anyway, normally, I mean, when people are making a little ruffle at the neck, you're usually maybe at the most like an inch and a half finished, right? Wouldn't you say inch and a half? And usually it's doubled. You
don't have the edge finished.
You don't have to worry about finishing the edge. And so the important thing though is you want it to be long enough. So it needs to be at least, if it's narrow, it needs to be at least probably twice the length of the neck opening. And then thought, now this is going to be important too, because this is an old pattern. Let's see if I got pieces. When you have a pattern that's intended to have a collar, you have a seam allowance, and you have a cutting line and a seam allowance. So this is an old pattern. Here's the cutting line, the outside part. I'm gonna go to the overhead here, and when you sew a collar onto this, the collar then is going to be sewn on, come down. This will be your finished line. That seam line will be the finished line of your garment. But when you're sewing when you're adding a ruffle,
like you
don't want it to be way up here and then add a bias strip, because that neck is going to be way too little. And so you actually have to remember that when you have to make a new seam line, don't you really?
You really need to take that off and move it down to like
you do.
that.
That's right.
And then it won't be...
That's right. Because when you add your bias, when you add your bias strip, I'm going to get a little closer. You want that bias to cover, you want it to come to right to here. You want that to be your finished edge. So in order to do that, you're gonna be sewing right here. You're gonna be adding your bias strip, and it's gonna cover your bodice and also the seam, the ruffle, the seam of your ruffle. And anyway, if you don't do that, the neck is going to be way too little.
Then
right?
You're going to have a collar that's up here like that, and it's going to be like that, and you're going to
be like, that's right.
And
that's
plus,
right.
your collar's going to stand out like a clown.
Yeah.
You know, because with this long ruffle, if it's up here,
yeah, that's right.
That's what it does.
That's right.
Yeah.
But then the other thing to really consider, when you have a narrow ruffle, like 1.5 inches, you don't have to think really hard about, like, how full is it. But if, let's say you're gathering a Swiss edging that's wide. If you gather the Swiss edging, if you don't cut it long enough, what happens is, I'm going to show you on here. What happens is, I don't want to gather it too much. What happens is then it cups over the shoulder. And so, but if it was narrow up here, you could have a little narrow, even a little bit pleated, and it's not going to cup over the shoulder.
Right.
So you have to really consider the width of whatever you're using around the neckline, because you don't have to gather a piece of fabric. You could gather a wide Swiss edging.
And this is beautiful.
Yeah, we're gonna have to show this, aren't we? Up close.
Oh.
This is a vintage piece.
She went over there and pulled this out when she was looking for something, and this is gorgeous.
There's a piece of blue.
Can you use it on that?
Oh, what did I do? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Let's see if you can see it on here. The bows look like shadow embroidery.
Yes, they are beautiful.
I'm pretty sure this piece is going to be in our Tuesday's Treasures.
Better watch Tuesday and grab it.
This is one of those that I've been hoarding for a long time. But this is beautiful.
I'll love to see when she pulled out what she's hoarding.
Man, I'm telling you what. But you know, you get to be a certain age, it's like, what am I hanging on to it for? What am I
we're
gonna do
all
with
like
it?
that. We have, you know.
Some of these are they are really treasures.
Because there's no more of them.
I know.
That's the sad part.
Now, if you have a narrow edging, this could be gathered also. This makes
a really pretty edging.
Because it's very delicate.
Yeah.
So any amount of gathering would work with this, even a tiny little. And then you just do a little bias strip around the edge. But still, you need to.
You gotta cut down.
Yep, trim that neckline, right?
Whatever your pattern neckline is, that's what you got. That's the seam allowance has got to be trimmed down.
Yeah, that's got to be taken off.
Yeah.
Because that stitching line is now your finished.
It's the finished.
Edge.
That's right.
I'm glad we're talking through this. It's gonna be easier to write it on Thursday. Yep. That will be your new finished edge in order to be able to button the neck.
Not choke to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a pretty little one. This came from Spain.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite ones. It's so pretty.
Edging, really sweet.
It's so delicate.
I can go to the overhead on that one and show you. And we're going to be getting more and more. Look at how sweet that is. Yep. So.
Yeah, that one. That's one of my favorite.
Yeah, I love that. I know I can't. Why do I have this big old piece over here? I'm really not sure.
I don't know.
But that's a big old piece. Oh my goodness. All right.
Lori says thank you, and Kristen says I have added a few hidden tacks in the wefts. Does that make sense of the collar?
A few hidden tacks in the
wefts. WEFTS? Question mark.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
where is she talking?
The weft of fabric.
I know, but
yeah, but I don't know
where is she tacking it? Because that's a good suggestion, I'm sure. When people have suggestions like that, that's helpful. I'll tell you what. Somebody wrote to us about the bias, working with bias things, and this was a wonderful tip. She said she finds that when she uses these on the bias, there's a lot less wrinkling, so it kind of takes care of a wrinkle factor.
Well, yeah,
it lays prettier, and I know it does drape prettier. Yeah. But I thought that was kind of cool.
That's a good idea.
That was,
I mean, that's a really good tip.
She likes to use bias.
She said at shoulder seams.
Oh, at the shoulder seam.
Yeah.
So with a gathered collar, she means, or not?
She tacks it down at the shoulder seam.
At the shoulder seam. Listen, I've tacked things before, trying to keep them in the right place, for sure. Yeah.
Yep, you don't want them standing up, flying away.
All right, you guys, you have any suggestions about what you want me to, oh, we're going to show some more stuff. Yeah. What you want me to show on Tuesday? We're going to, we're going to have Tuesday's treasures. We definitely are going to have some lace in this one. But if you think of something that you like.
These are new ginghams.
Yes,
Look
these
at
are
this
pretty.
Color. This made me think of dyeing Easter eggs. I mean, these colors
both of them together are pretty.
That's what I'm saying. Both
and
of
don't
them,
they feel amazing?
They feel awesome.
These came from my shirting guy. My shirting man.
The shirt man. Well, he did a good job because these are really
They're really pretty. This is, you call this, what would you call this? Turquoise?
That's turquoise. Aqua, yeah. Aqua.
And that's a, like, grape?
And this is grape.
Yeah, man, that's pretty.
This is a grape color.
It's about a quarter inch gingham. Really pretty.
Yeah.
Well, these would be pretty with, this.
These would be pretty if you're doing that. Is it counter change smocking?
Oh, yeah, that.
These would be really pretty for that.
If you had just a little dress out of this.
Oh, yeah, look, so sweet with that little lace.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's really pretty.
That's very Easter-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Susan said Mardi Gras.
Oh, this is definitely Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras all the way.
Hey, Regina,
add a little gold and green. You got it.
Here. When you're making, we'll cut that spot off. Probably I had coffee too close to it. When you're making a sash, I always get nervous when people order ribbon, and I know they're making a dress and they order 1.5-inch ribbon and they order 1 yard.
No.
Yeah, but maybe they're making a hair bow.
I would hope so because
do you do like 2.5 yards?
2.5 to 3.
Yeah, I used to
always get 3 because I want to have
said
more.
3.
You know, it's like buying fabric. 3 yards is the thing. You buy 3 yards. If you don't know what you're making, 3 yards, you can make anything.
Yeah, that's right.
And if you buy less than 3 yards of ribbon, you're gonna be up the creek.
I know. You might have enough left over to do a little hair bow, but
and you can do a bow on a dress or something else.
Yeah, like a little pinch bow.
Yeah, but definitely have enough.
Yeah.
No, a yard will not do. I mean,
if I get when
I don't know what you
can
tie a yard around.
Ooh, I'm very nervous about that. We try to imagine when we receive an order from y'all. We try to imagine, okay, what are they making? Because, like, if somebody orders ecru lace and white lace, I'm like, I wonder if they know they have 2 colors. Sometimes we'll call and say, did you intend to do that? Yes, for 2 different projects.
Yeah.
But
are the same project.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I use both of them in the same project. My friends use it in the same project. It's not a big deal.
Well, I did write in our newsletter on Thursday. I talked about the French lace that comes in now is not white. The first time my shipment came in, I'm like, well, they sent me the wrong color. And they didn't send me the wrong color, but sometimes you think that about us too. Like, y'all sent me the wrong color. Yeah. I'm like, well, I'm cutting the lace, and I promise you I didn't send because I pulled out the laces.
Tell them why they're different colors.
They're different colors now. They're not making it as white because they're worried about the environment, and they're not wanting to bleach the laces like they used to. So if you expect to see a really, really white lace in French lace, it's not that white anymore. And if you've been buying lace for a long time, and you would know the Bare Threads company, and they had a really pretty ivory. Their ivory was so light, and now I know it was just unbleached.
It just was unbleached.
Yeah, because that's the look of the new white.
Yeah,
it's kind of like Moline lace.
Right.
The white Moline lace is not white.
Yeah, it's not like a true white.
So anyway, that's what's happening in the lace aisle. We're like, oh, what am I gonna do about this? You know?
Yeah.
And I mean, I can only do what I can do.
Right.
And if I have some old white lace, you know, I try to make sure they get everything the same color, but sometimes it's not possible.
Yeah.
Ecru the same way. The old ecru is like really.
I'm going to open this up and show you this big piece because this is linen.
I know,
and it
so
feels
nice.
so good. It's so pretty. I love the colors. They're so different. You don't see linen this color.
I've seen some kitchen cabinets in this light blue color before.
Here we go go back to decorating.
I know.
No, but this is really pretty. So you have to think of what you could do with this one. Because I love it. I think it's so pretty.
So one of our customers is making bags. What does she call that?
Yeah,
The fisherman bag.
Yeah.
So this was Pat different. Copeland. Yeah, because Pat said in her comment, we asked you what you were making for spring, and she said she makes fisherman's bags, and I said, well, I wonder what that is. Yeah. And she sent me a picture. You can't really tell from here, but it's Butterick pattern 4147, and she said it has several different purses. But what she loves about it, she said there are a lot of outside pockets, so you don't have to open up and dig around the inside. I think that's kind of fun.
So the fisherman, I guess, if you put your stuff in there, or is that for a woman?
She makes it for her, I think.
Oh.
But they call it a fisherman bag. Oh. So Pat Copeland, thanks for sending the picture.
That's cool.
I'm going to look up that Butterick pattern 4147. I think that's kind of fun.
Elizabeth asked about the lace. She said, is it more of a soft white?
Yes. More of a soft white, but if you hold it next to a white piece of paper, you're gonna promise me that it's champagne, and it's not. But it's kind of like silk white. When we say something's silk white, it's kind of a soft white.
Yeah.
But I'm not like mortified by my whites not all matching or my ecru's. And you put them in a garment. No. They're very pretty. Yeah. I mean, we've talked about it
really nice
before with like things that Jane Seeley has made. This one might show the different colors. Jane made these some fancy bands. These are ecru's and ivories, but they're different shades, like and different styles.
Different styles, and they're darker. One gets darker. The heavier are they? The heavier, the darker.
Yeah.
This is pretty? Beautiful. Oh my gosh.
That's really pretty. Like, wow, Jane, this is gorgeous.
You did a good job, Jane, on this one.
No kidding.
If you're watching.
So we have a nice little giveaway today.
And it's not this fancy band.
No, it's not the fancy band. Nope. They have it here in case I want to sell them on Tuesdays, but I'm not sure I'm ready to do that. You know, it's like, it's hard.
She might have to use them for something, so she's keeping hanging on to them.
Maybe.
Something comes up and she needs a fancy band. She's not making it.
So what are you doing this weekend, Regena?
I'm headed to the mountains tomorrow.
Oh, you're going skiing, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to ski?
No, I'm not going skiing. I'm going to hang out and do hand stitching in the cabin in the house. It's going to be fun.
So
I'm taking my mother. We're going. She wants to go tubing.
She going to snow tube?
She wants to go down that hill in that tube. And I said,
Mom, hey, her mother is like
you can do it. I might get down at the bottom and need a wrecker to get me back up, but we'll do it. We'll try it.
Isn't this nice?
My dad did a water slide at 80 years old. We had a camping trip, and they had a water slide there, and he comes down 80 years old down a slide, and I'm like, wow.
Well,
Mom will do it. She's all game for it. She said she can sit down on that tube, and all you're gonna do is get to the bottom and fall off. Oh. It's like, okay.
Well, we have stuff today that we're giving away.
Look at this.
This is a beautiful Italian cotton, and it's, see the herringbone weave?
The herringbone.
Yeah. And then a piece of piqué, the Fabric Finders piqué with the pastel dots is so cute. And then 3 so beautiful Easter issues, 96, 97, 98. They don't have the pattern, but they're loaded with ideas.
Oh my goodness!
Loaded.
If you want inspiration, you can just look in these.
And then 2 really cool Threads magazines, 1999 and 2006. And so this, some lucky person, their name is in this bucket.
You're going to like this.
All right, let's see who you pull out. Regena will pull somebody out of
here. All around. I don't know where to go here. Okay, let's just go. Here we go. Gina Blitch.
Oh, Gina.
Lucky girl. Love the So Beautiful magazines for kids' clothing inspiration. Beautiful dot and white fabric. Sewing girls' dresses for spring soon. So, hey, Look what's coming your way.
All right, Gina, thank you very much.
Gina's in my smocking group, which makes it even more special.
That's right. And thanks for joining Regina and me. Visit Regina on Come Sew With Me. Last week I forgot, and I'm like, I'm going to remember this. And
have a happy, sweet Valentine.
Yeah, that's right.
Give everybody you know a hug and a kiss.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe not everybody.
Well, not. I said everybody you know. You know,
I
you can know some nice people.
Yeah. Or maybe people you don't know and surprise them.
That's right. You could do that too.
Okay, thanks everybody.